Salesforce as a company is growing like anything, and along with it, all of the Salesforce ecosystem is also growing up. And because of this growth, all the companies which are part of this ecosystem are struggling to hire the talent to deliver the applications or the projects that they have taken up, or to build the applications that they want to build onto the Salesforce platform. Hence, this is the best time we have ever seen to start your career in Salesforce. Talking about starting your career in Salesforce, today we'll talk about the different career choices or the different profiles that you are available with in order to start your career in Salesforce. Let's look at them, what they are. Number 1, Salesforce Admin and App Builder. Number 2, Salesforce Developer. Number 3, Salesforce Quality Assurance Engineer. Number 4, Salesforce Architect. Number 5, Salesforce Consultant. And number 6, Cloud Specialist. Let us talk about all of these profiles in detail, starting with Salesforce Administrator or App Builder. Learning Salesforce Administrator or App Builder is exactly the place where it all starts. What I mean by that, if you want to start your career into Salesforce, Salesforce Administrator or App Builder is something that you need to learn for sure. Irrespective of which profile you want to build your career on, you have to learn this. But if you want to talk about the jobs which are out there for Salesforce Administrators or App Builders, they are relatively less compared to that of other profiles. And if you think that you can be a coder or you can code, I would highly recommend you to build your career as a Salesforce developer rather than as a Salesforce administrator or an app builder, because there are very less job opportunities out there, especially in India, for Salesforce administrators and app builders. Talking about being a Salesforce developer, this is the second career option or profile which we've got in our list. And in order to be a Salesforce developer, you first need to learn the admin out of the app builder part, and then later on you need to learn how to code onto the Salesforce platform in order to build applications on top of Salesforce. Salesforce developer profile is the most in-demand profile out of all of the other profiles which you have got in Salesforce, and because of this, Salesforce developers get paid very, very high compared to the other developers or compared to the developers in other technologies who have got a similar kind of experience in that technology. And the reason is very simple, because the demand for Salesforce developer is very high and the supply is less. Hence, the pay scale is comparatively higher for Salesforce developers when you compare it with developers of similar kind of experience into other technologies. So if you just want to start your development career or coding career, I would highly recommend you to become a Salesforce developer, because what growth you can get in 2 years being a Salesforce developer is cannot be matched by becoming any other developer, or cannot be matched by becoming a developer into any other technology. The third profile is of a Salesforce Quality Assurance Engineer, which is a very, very underrated profile out of all of the other profiles. And the reason is very simple, because everyone out there wants to be a Salesforce developer or a consultant or an architect or something else. But nobody is actually figuring this out, that no matter who is going to architect any application or functionality or anything that they're building, or who is going to develop it, there needs to be someone who is going to test it, who is going to make sure that it is working according to the expectations or the requirements of the end users or the stakeholders. And this is exactly where a quality assurance engineer comes into the picture. So if you think that you are not good with coding, but you still want to build your career onto Salesforce, I think you should think about, or you should become a Salesforce Quality Assurance Engineer. And by the way, this is the right time to become a Salesforce Quality Assurance Engineer, because there is actually a crunch going on, which not a lot of people are aware about. But yeah, the ecosystem or the companies need a lot of quality assurance engineers who know the platform inside out and who knows how to build, how to test a particular functionality in what particular way. So yeah, become a quality assurance engineer if you want to start your career into Salesforce, and if you're not good with coding and you do not want to become a coder. A very well paid niche profile in Salesforce, which requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience and a lot of effort to become one, which is also highly respected and very, very well paid, is exactly what we call as Salesforce Technical Architect. And by the way, this profile can actually act as a ticket for you guys, for all of you guys who want to move abroad and want to work over there. or want to settle over there, because there is actually a crunch going on for Salesforce technical architects out there in the whole world, and a lot of companies want to hire great Salesforce technical architects and willing to do anything that they need to do in order to hire one. So if you can become a Salesforce technical architect and a certified one, I think that can act as a ticket for you to settle down somewhere else in the world, if you are in India or some other country from which you want to move away. The fifth profile is of a Salesforce consultant, which is for the people who are very good with communications and understands the Salesforce platform and the different clouds which are provided by it, and all of its use cases in order to help a business use the platform or use that particular cloud in order to increase their productivity or in order to get the best out of it. This is also a very highly paid job, but getting an entry-level position into this profile is kind of difficult and almost impossible. But what happens in a lot of organizations is that Salesforce developers, QAs or BAs who have got a lot of experience into it and who are capable of becoming a Salesforce consultant transition their profile or transition their job role towards being a Salesforce consultant, and that happens quite often in all of the companies actually. So that's the way to become a Salesforce consultant, rather than just getting an entry-level position, which does not exist very much. The sixth profile is of cloud professionals. Let me tell you what I mean by that. This is some term which is coined by me only, because I am into IT and IT is very famous of coining different terms which have been there from a very long time, but they coin new terms, I don't know why, and that's the exact same thing which I think I'm trying to do. Cloud professional basically means someone who is an expert into a particular cloud provided by Salesforce, like someone who is an expert into Commerce Cloud, which is provided by Salesforce in order to manage e-commerce businesses. Someone who is an expert into Marketing Cloud, who is who manages the marketing of any organization through different channels and different ways of engagement with the help of this particular cloud. Someone who is an expert into CPQ. Someone who is an expert into industries, let's say Salesforce Industries Cloud, Financial Cloud. So if you want to start your career, you can also consider becoming an expert into any of these clouds as well. This will give you a competitive edge from the other people who are just becoming the platform developers or who are just doing the vanilla things that are going on into the Salesforce ecosystem. You can become an expert into a particular cloud. But getting an entry-level position into any of these particular clouds is very, very difficult, because not a lot of companies out there are dealing into all of these clouds, and even if they are not entertaining someone who just want to start their career onto it to become a part of it, right? So they are just getting experienced people onto these clouds, and then these experienced people are being deployed to the project deliveries which are happening onto these clouds. So this is a profile which you can also consider for yourself, and this can be very helpful for you. And that's all about the different profiles which you have got in order to start your career into Salesforce. If you think that I have missed some profiles, which I am pretty sure that I did, then make sure to write that down in the comments. And if I think that this profile is not similar to any of the profiles which I've mentioned in my list, I'll make sure to answer that right over there to you in order to help you build your career onto that particular profile. So yeah. I've created another part of this video in which I have mentioned the learning path of all of these profiles, like if you want to become a Salesforce technical architect, what all things you need to do, or what exactly is the learning path that you have to follow in order to become a architect. If you want to become a consultant, what exactly is the learning path that you have to follow? If you want to become a developer, what exactly is the learning path that you have to follow? So yeah, this is what I have recorded in another video. And apart from this, I'm going to talk about the pay scale. What are the different pay scales of different profiles? How much one gets paid in which particular profile, and how difficult it is to learn that, and how difficult it is to get an entry-level position into that. So all of this we'll discuss in the next video. So make sure to check out the video whenever it is out. And in order to do that, what you can do is, so hit the subscribe button with the bell icon. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.